Hey collective, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Sunday, December 14th. Ooh, 14th. Wow, it's 9:24 a.m. How y'all doing today? Remember that time is fluid, so when you receive this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Trying to figure out how I want to start the reading, with what energy, what cards, how we want to read today. Let's start with the Shadow Oracles. I'm only going to pull a few of these. I'm not going to read with these today. Spirit, what is the message? But these will be like the head of the message, right? Something like that. Spirit, what is the message for the collective today? Please and thank you. Okay. 5. 1. Dark reflection. Give me 5, please. Unmasking the truth. Okay, we'll call this your week ahead message. Can I get 3 more, please? We got the battle within. Shedding illusions. Can I get 1 more, Spirit? Excuse me. Okay. And arrogance. Child, let me get this avoidance on the bottom of the deck. So we got dark reflections, unmasking the truth, battle within, shedding illusions, and arrogance. Okay. So, yeah. Alright, so when you look into the abyss looks back. So this is somebody that truth-seeking liberation. So this is somebody that could be going within. Alright, at this time for this week, maybe some of you guys could be, going within, looking at your life, right? Reflection, self-reflection, trying to figure out what's your next move? Which way do you move next? How do you move, right? Do you move the same way you've been moving, or you do something different, right? So you can change your circumstances. The greatest war you wage is against yourself, your inner conflict, right? The inner conflict will tell us if we go this way, then we won't have that comfort, that stability that we had if we loose ourselves from our old behaviors, from our old patterns, from our old environment. We don't. What's there for us? What do we hold on to? How do we move? What do we do? How do we keep stability? How do we take care of ourselves? Right? The eyes see only what the mind is prepared to know. And this is something I feel like before you may have felt like you didn't have an option. All right, you couldn't figure out a solution. But when you are ready, when you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, our minds open up to see the solution, to see a new way. And that's like triggering our body to like find a new out. It's like that maze, alchemy too, I'm hearing. Unmasking the truth. Like, okay, what could be a truth? A truth could be the reason I don't walk away from this relationship is because I am comfortable, I'm lazy, I ain't got to do a lot, you know what I'm saying? I can handle the backlash pretty much with ease. I can gaslight, I can manipulate here, right? I really don't have the skills to go out there. Not that I don't have the skills, I don't have the desire, the motivation to get up and go out and find a job and take care of myself and find my own place and pay my own bills and such and such and such like that, right? Shedding the illusions. The first step is awareness. The second is acceptance. And then we have to turn around and say, well, damn, I really was an asshole. I really was, selfish, right? And self-centered and greedy, right? That's the arrogance. Not seeing flaws hinders your growth. No limits to learn and improve humility, awareness, and growth. This is somebody that, now they're able to see it. Now they're able to face it. Is what I'm hearing, because a lot of it is not wanting to look at ourselves, not wanting to, unmask the illusions. Not wanting to accept or even address the energy of low self-esteem, laziness, lackluster, right? Feeling not worthy or unmotivated, or even feeling like you don't have what it takes to do it, right? This is like hiding behind people because you don't know how to do something, right? Let me tell you, when I was growing up, there's so many of my peers, people of my age that got through school without even knowing how to read or write. You hear me? But were graduated from high school. So don't tell me that this could be another reason why somebody, continues to sit in an environment that's no longer healthy for them, because, and I'm also hearing people taking advantage of someone because of their inability to, have understanding or something, because they don't understand, right? And some may have hid that part of themselves, with arrogance, right? Deflection and projection, because somebody didn't want people to know that they were illiterate in some way, right? Or they felt like they had shortcomings, right? Yeah, they hid behind arrogance. Yes. Yeah, somebody having to look at that dark aspect of themselves this week. Okay, take it how it resonates. So we got Boot. We got Dark Man. Okay, they coming out here today. What we got here, Spirit? Okay, and then I got a couple more. Okay, alright. Okay. A couple more. Here we go. We'll take those. We'll take those. What's on the bottom? Egg. What's the energy we have here, Spirit? We have Bell. Some kind of announcement could be coming this month, the month of December. All right. We also have November and December. Okay. Then we have Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Somebody needs to put in a little more effort, and something about wealth. All right. So November, December, or from December to November, I don't know. But Spirit is saying in the month, okay, Spirit says in the months of November and December, they want you to increase your efforts, to put a little more elbow grease in there, right? Put a little more sweat equity into whatever it is that you're trying to build, right? And some of you guys could be having an announcement, some kind of announcement. I'm saying a bell, could be wedding bells, engagements, or something like that coming as well. Take it how it resonates. We have Teardrop. We have great personal sorrow. Come on over here. Teardrops. Yeah, some great personal sorrows. Battle within. The greatest war you wage is against yourself. Inner conflict. So somebody could be going through some kind of healing. We have Hat. You'll be playing a different role. Some of you guys will be playing a different role for the month of December, or yeah, and because you're playing a different role, that means you have to release, things that from the past, right? You can't take those with you in this new journey that you're on. All right, we got Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. That could hurt. That could make you feel really sad. I heard disappointed. I feel like there's a lot of disappointment here, but it's also unmasking the truth, right? The reality. You're not hiding behind, your flaws or your fetishes or whatever that word is. It's like you're no longer being a slave to your fleshly desires, right? And when we stop sacrificing our flesh just for that emotional fulfillment or that stability or feeling safe, when we really never fucking safe, we can never find safety outside of ourselves. It's not there because people will fail you. And that's because they have their own inner demons that they got to deal with. And we get mad at people because they go on and deal with what the fuck they got to deal with. We think like they're abandoning us, right? They're leaving us, right? It's because when people get tired of being in a low vibration and they want to elevate, they have to leave behind those that don't want to elevate with them. And people find that shit to be offensive. How? Yeah, someone is behaving stupidly and that breaks your heart. That's what Spirit's saying. It breaks your heart. And it says good fortune. Some of you guys could be singing Beatles. But some of you have some good fortune coming towards you. We have a dark man here. Dealings or relationship with a dark complexion or dark-haired man. All right? This could be the turkey. Could be the person that's acting stupidly. Right? Because, they have not been able to break the illusions, right? Because of the arrogance. This could be somebody that's very arrogant too, Spirit saying. Well, we got career. Some of y'all could have new jobs coming in. This could be somebody, a boss. Mice, discord among friends or family. So either this person is a part of your family, all right, your soul tribe, all right, because those soul connections are the ones that we call family and friend, right? That we tell all our business to. We share our strengths, our hopes, right? Our desires, our challenges. But see, somebody so arrogant, it's like this is somebody that refuses. I'm here, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This is somebody that is so stuck in their ways, right? And it's worked for them for a long time. But see, we are in an age of people waking up from the illusion. People are tired of being in that same labyrinth, going around and around. Like, there's got to be something else to this, right? I can't continue to live my life in this way, in this energy, under these circumstances. We got bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Some of you guys could be getting a compliment from an admirer. We got broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Yeah, somebody burnt the bridge with you. Could be several somebodies with this mice. Yeah. Like that connection, that door that's always open is closed now. Yeah, because I feel like people overstep their boundaries, right? People continue to act out of their ego instead of having compassion. Yeah. Yeah, this is somebody that refused to change their ways, the way they see things, the way they act. Okay, you are highly thought of. Somebody thinks of you a lot. Definitely, there's other people that think highly of you too. And I feel like some people will let you know that this month, you know what I mean? In the month of December. If they haven't already, right? You could also have people that have burnt bridges with you try to come in and compliment you or try to get back into your graces and your energy. But Spirit is saying, I felt that it's like, be cautious of somebody, because somebody could get angry if you don't allow them back into the energy the same way they were before. Somebody could get very angry. We have July here. Somebody's birthday or July could be significant. Let's get the rest of these. We have parrots. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. This is what I'm telling you. This is somebody that's very egotistical. See, if you don't, this is somebody that feels like they can manipulate and sway their way to anybody's life. Even after they fuck them over, they give them time to be mad, and then, they try to slide their way back in. This is that, this is somebody that feels like they always, gonna have people bow down to them. This is somebody that's very prideful. This is somebody that has a God complex as well. We have diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Spirit said you're a diamond in the rough. And whatever somebody has been gossiping about your personal life or your personal issues, it's those things that made you into the diamond that you are. It was the pressure, the experiences, the lessons, the life lessons that made you into the diamond that you are, and people admire you. We got nest and emotionally secure family. Loving family is important to you. Yes. That's very important to you. But not only is family important, but what else has become important too is reciprocation, equal give and take. Because sometimes we allow so many people to treat us and do things in and out of our lives just on the strength of, oh, that's your family. You know what I mean? They making me listen to that. All right, just on the strength of being family, right? Even their bad behavior and their wicked ways, it's like you brush it under the rug. You still allow somebody to be connected to you, even if it's just in name. You feeling me? We got peacock. Beware of great pride. Yeah, this is the battle that somebody is, and someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. Yeah, this person is very prideful. I already said that. And this is somebody that wants to interfere, by talking bad about you, by, creating illusions around you. And even, Spirit said, when this person knew you, you are not the same person that they knew. You have overcome so many battles and obstacles in your life to rectify your karmic debt, right? Thank you, Spirit. And by choosing yourself, that is a way for you to also to pay back karmic debt somehow. And I don't know how that is. I just heard how it came out. All right. Peacock, and this is somebody. What? Let's just get some more. Let's just get some more energy. Do you want to go with these? Let's go with the modern witch. Let's go. Child, what fell out? Ace of Pentacles. Why these cards like this? I did the same thing with the other deck too. There we go. Moving away to common waters. Good now, we're good? Okay. Alright. What's going on for the month of December for my collective? Remember, these messages are for entertainment purposes only. But if it resonates with you, if it triggers something in you, if it gives you that light bulb moment, investigate. Do your research, right? If you were feeling it and you thought, oh, something, I must be, confused or something like that, but no, if it's confirming exactly how you've been feeling about a situation, then it was meant for you to hear that. That's your confirmation that you are on point with how you feel, and that you can trust your intuition moving forward, right? That's all that's about. So if you could trust your intuition, somebody y'all been having a hard time, right, taking this leap of faith into this new beginning that you have. It's been a struggle for you. Maybe you may have even been a little fearful of going after this new beginning, right? But you have to face those fears. What are the fears? Fears that you won't make it. Fears that, you end up falling, or you end up back in the same situation that you was in that you just left. You know what I'm saying? But when we listen to our intuition, when we make hard decisions, it's very hard for us to go back into that situation. I ain't gonna say it doesn't happen, but it's very rare, especially if it was very hard. If it was something that you struggle with and then you finally overcome it, it's hard for you not to remember that shit. All right, so let's go his Spirit. And somebody could have made you feel or want you to feel like that you weren't going to make it, right? They wanted you to feel like you can't do it without them. That's what I'm hearing. Right? Because somebody knew what you wanted, right? Somebody knew that an emotionally secure and loving family was important to you. They knew that. Somebody wanted to make you feel like that wasn't possible. And that's the fucking truth. That was not possible. That you had to accept, that, you know what I'm saying? Like you was never going to have that. First, they tried to make you feel like you wasn't worthy with their ego, right? Like you wasn't worthy. And because they couldn't meet the standard. All that other bullshit, they couldn't meet the standard. Somebody felt like you had set too high a standard. That's what I'm hearing. You set too high a standard. You have the knowledge, you have the skills, you have the wherewithal. It's like somebody asked for somebody that was going to help them to grow and elevate and have a ton of pentacles, and then they got that person, then they realized that person really was about that shit, and they wasn't. They was faking. Right? They wasn't really into the hard work. They assumed, listen. Yeah, you had to make a choice. You realized the real lies. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. And this is their own insecurity. This is their own unwillingness and stubbornness and arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Unwilling to grow. Because they were unwilling to be vulnerable. They were unable and unwilling to be their true authentic self and allow the growth to happen. They were used to people being around them and just accepting them for who they was, and they never challenged them. They never challenged them like to go back to school or to go to a training program or to do this or they never challenged them to challenge themselves, and you were a threat to that. Yes, you were somebody that challenged somebody, and you even challenged yourself. Yeah, they came in with that, oh, I got it like that, but once you got in, you started breaking down them walls. Yeah, you saw this person's vulnerability, and that scared somebody. That scared somebody. That created envy and jealousy and fear. Even to the point where this person, when you guys were sharing intimate, thoughts and shit like that, this person used it against you because that's how fearful they were of you showing them up as somebody. See, they felt unworthy. They didn't feel like they was good enough for you. That's they shit. And they tried to hurt you for that shit. Listen. You see what I'm saying? This is somebody did not feel worthy of you. And they also try to other people that they felt like were smart or had good skills or they knew a lot, they were more educated than them, they would go to those people and pit them against you, collective. Somebody wanted to break you down. Somebody really looked. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, somebody had you in competition with others. Somebody didn't want you to look like somebody that could take care of themselves, because they've always been the one people came to them, even though it was transactional. It was like they will always get something out of it. Like this would be somebody say, yo, come in and help me do my bills. You know what I mean? I need somebody to come and help me do this and help me do that. That was how they covered up their inability to do it for themselves. They skated. They manipulated. They used people. They used people's weaknesses and shortcomings and needs that they needed to get met so that their needs could get met. And they really weren't going to say shit because, listen, right? What I'm hearing, fair exchange ain't no robbery. This is how somebody skated, and they put other people in competition with you. People that they felt was smarter than them. They gossiped to them about you so that they could feel like they had to be better than you because you thought you was better than that. Oh, she thinks she better than you. Oh, nigga, who the fuck? Where you get that from? This was definitely somebody that was trying to create havoc in your life. Listen, somebody was a liar. High Priestess in reverse. Somebody could have been spreading rumors about you online. All right. Somebody, if you have an online platform, they were saying, look at this, Emperor in reverse, they can't control you. Yeah. They spread rumors to try to control you, to try to control your growth, right? To try to control how people saw you. But see, how people see you doesn't have shit to do with how the fuck who you are. Everybody sees you from a different lens, a different perspective, a different timeline. You heard? Child, we got the Temperance, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's imbalanced. Somebody has abandonment issues. This is somebody that abandons other people. All right? They act out of impulse. This could be somebody that uses sex. Okay? Because, you know, even every day, what we don't know, we substitute with something else to mask what we don't know. Somebody wanted to create an imbalance in your life, especially when it came to romance. This is somebody that felt like they lost you. And they mad. And you know why they mad? Because they feel like you see them and you think that they're not worthy. That's too shy. See, that's they shit. And what they did was when they were unworthy in your presence, they tried to fucking sabotage you. So fuck that. That's why you left, because this motherfucker was out here hurting you. Because they couldn't accept themselves for who the fuck they were. Thank you, Spirit. What's this? Listen. Eight of Cups. You damn right you left. Yes, you left to start to have something creative and new for yourself. To be around people. Look, this person lied. Look at this, because they couldn't control you. They couldn't keep you there, keep you under their fucking thumb. They wanted to stop you from moving forward. Stop being able to. Somebody wanted you to feel like they felt. And deep down inside, this person mourns. This person loves you, right? But see, this person doesn't love themselves. They haven't even accepted themselves. And how is somebody like you gonna accept me, is what I'm hearing, right? So they self-sabotage. It's like they want to hurt you before you hurt them, because because it's somebody that used to people using them. This could be somebody that has financial stability, but they could be illiterate. We know a lot of them that's like our grandparents and stuff like that. They didn't have no opportunity to go to fucking school. You know what I mean? They had to learn from their hands. And they very fucking book smart, very money smart, but they probably can't read real good. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm picking up here. Thank you, Spirit. Listen, they want to prevent this tower. They don't want people to recognize that it was because of them that you walked away. That you said, you know, I give up, ain't nothing I can do. I've tried everything. And you had to dim your fucking light, sacrifice yourself, right? Stop going after your goals just to make somebody feel okay, nigga. And that still wasn't enough, because you was never going to be able to make this person feel okay. You wasn't, because that's how they felt. They had to do that work. They had to do that for themselves. There's no amount of nothing can make somebody feel good about themselves if they don't feel that shit on the inside. And somebody wanted you to be their crutch, nigga. They wanted you to, you know what I'm saying? Listen. Somebody lied about the relationship you guys had. Somebody may have even lied about how they treated you. They could be saying, oh, I treated this person well. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Somebody spread a lot of lies. What's going on here, Spirit? The love is in reverse. I can't make it up. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, you had to protect yourself from this person. Look at this shit. The Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. Is this in the reverse? I don't know. I feel like something could have abruptly happened, especially if this is around lovers or a choice. Yeah, I feel like somebody missed an opportunity. They had you having to defend yourself. This is like, you know, somebody saying that you're not who you say you are. Basically, that's what they were out here saying. You weren't who you say you are. And now, because of all that fire, that pressure, that 10 of wands that somebody was putting you under, was like throwing you into the fire, throwing you out to the wolves, you know what I'm saying? You know, initiating hot spots and people to bring fire to you. That's what created the fucking diamond in you, baby. Under the pressure, baby, it's who you are. And see, God used this person. Spirit said God used this person to put the spotlight on you so he could show the world, nigga, how he work and how he get down. You'll be receiving a gift or a precious gift. Precious gift. Receiving or giving a precious gift. Precious gift. My. But I'm also, because somebody was telling all your secrets. It's like all the things that you've ever done, all the mistakes you made, all the bad choices. They was just, you know, and having people look at you in a certain light. Maybe even trying to approach you in an unhealthy way, right? Or feeling like they could just come around and treat you any old kind of way. It's almost as if somebody was sending people to the mousetrap. Oh, you can go get that piece of cheese. She ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Listen. Sending people to the trap, nigga. Yep. Catch a karmic lesson. Yeah, what we got here? The 10 of wands and the 2 of pentacles. I'm telling you, somebody was trying to cause you all kind of burdens and imbalance in your life. I promise. Yes, you had to walk away from this Queen of Cups because you're a very loving and caring and nurturing person. Right? And they took that as a weakness. They didn't take you as someone that was smart. Somebody that was intuitive. Somebody that could see them. Spirit said God sent you into this person's life because God knew that you could see this person's weaknesses and that you could be the one to help this person to heal that part about them. You came to give them that unconditional love that they were seeking. Right? To love themselves even in spite of their shortcomings, their failings, you know, their failures or where they're not good at. You was there to help them heal that part, and they didn't know how to take it. They weren't willing to accept themselves. Thank you, Spirit. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Whew, they weren't willing. And even while this person was causing you all kinds of problems, all kinds of chaos and conflict and, you know, backstabbing. I can't make it up. You still loved unconditionally. Yes, you did. And that's what they did. Everything is fine because you still loved unconditionally. And that's how you became the diamond. You overcame because you feel love for yourself. So all them daggers, all that bullshit they try to stick to you, that's just not sticking to you. That's just not going to stick to you because that's not how you feel about yourself. So they can say what the fuck they want to. That shit's not going to stick. And you know what that is? That's just projection of their own energy. 3333 on the clock. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, they see that you're fine. And it was your perseverance, it was your struggles that have you shining right now, that people want to give you your props and your flowers. Because this person tried to make you out to be a monster. High Priestess in the fucking reverse. Yes, they did. King of Wands in the reverse. Yes, the Queen of Pentacles. Yep. 3 of Pentacles. Nah, they want to work with you. I don't think you working with them. Nah, not all these lies. They lied. They told a lot of lies. Look at that. That fell out. That fell out. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody tried to paint you in a bad light. Yeah. Spirit said they talk really bad on your name. Yep, this High Priestess in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. This could have been a man in masculine. Is it somebody that was... Yeah, you got the victory. You got the victory. 6 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. They didn't want you to look like this. They didn't want people to admire. They didn't want to look like they let something good get away. Boop. 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 They didn't want to look like they let you get away. Even with all the gossiping, you took that fucking L. You took that L. You didn't try to fight. You didn't try to get caught up in the illusions and stay and trying to, clean up every fucking lie this person told about you. Nah, you took that shit and you moved on. Yes. Somebody, you moved on. You moved on. Somebody don't want to look like they fucked up. Somebody want to make it look like you were the reason that things didn't work and that you moved on and but no, they didn't want people to see that they was really the fucking scared little boy and they hadn't, they tried to, do the same old shit that they always do, but you weren't that person. You were somebody that had a mind of your own, a will of your own, integrity. You came in with integrity, with nurturing, with love, with compassion and empathy and understanding. You didn't come in to judge this person. You came in to help, to be a part of this person's healing, and they were not ready to receive it. They were afraid of you. They were so afraid that they tried to hurt you. All right? That's our message. I hope y'all enjoy it. Deuces. Y'all stay up.